We are making lasagna today. Who says you have to have salad every day through the summer? We're gonna make this early so we have plenty of lasagna to have for the week. Lasagna, it is layers of lasagna noodles, meat sauce, and cheeses all put together. So delicious. Now, we're not boiling any noodles today. I'm going to be using these oven-ready lasagna noodles. One less thing to do. All right, we're going to start with that meat sauce. We're going to make plenty of it to go into those layers. Got a bell pepper, a yellow onion, and some garlic. We're going to chop those up and get those softening down in our skillet. Let's start with the bell pepper. I love bell pepper in my lasagna. Cut off the 4 sides. We're just going to cut strips, and then we'll turn the strips a quarter of the way, and then we'll cut through those, making nice sized dices. They're going to cook down and be nice and soft. In a large skillet, we're going to heat up 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. I use avocado oil. I'm going to place this on a medium-high heat. You want to make sure that you're using kind of a deep skillet for this because we got a lot of sauce going on. When that heats up, it starts to sizzle. We're going to add our bell pepper. Starting to sizzle, let's add our peppers. We're going to cook these first, get these started. They take the longest. And while that's happening, let's dice up our onion. Cut off the ends. Peel off that outer layer. Yeah, look who's in the kitchen today.
Of course, it's lasagna.
It's lasagna day. Cut your onion in half. Run your knife through. Follow the lines. Now I tend to cut every other line for lasagna so that the onions are nice and big. Flip it a quarter of the way and then just run your knife through. That's what you want to see. All right, let's get these peppers going here. Let's add our onion. We're going to cook this down for just about 2 to 3 minutes. While that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and just get some garlic ready. When you get your cloves out, I got about 2 pretty big size ones here. Just place your knife flat edge on the garlic clove, bash it down. That'll release the skin. We'll just mash that up. Just run your knife through. We're going to add this to the peppers and onions. Give it another minute as we stir it in. Wow, that garlic. We're going to release the flavors of it, get that rawness out of it. We're going to add 2 pounds of ground beef to our peppers, onions, and garlic while they're cooking down. And then we're going to start breaking it up and then brown it up. Okay, the ground beef is nice and browned up, mixed in with the peppers, onions, and garlic. Now I did drain out any excess grease that I had in the pan. We'll put it back in for flavor. And by that, I mean we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of butter. That's kind of like a secret ingredient. I grew up like that. This is what we did. We're going to add in 1 jar of marinara sauce or pasta sauce. About 24 to 28 ounces is what you want for this recipe. We're going to add that. Now I'm going to fill this jar halfway up with water and give it a shake and then pour that in. That way we can get all that excess sauce out, and we'll need that liquid too for the lasagna. So I'm guessing about 10 ounces of excess water there. Now to combat the acidity of the tomato sauce, we're going to be adding in about a tablespoon of white granulated sugar. This helps my husband when he's eating pasta sauce. Now we're going to dive in with some Italian seasoning. All right, tablespoon. There we go. Now I am going to add in some salt. We haven't seasoned anything yet. And go across the top about a quarter or a half a teaspoon of salt, flavor that sauce. Some black pepper, about a quarter of a teaspoon. We're going to put in some garlic powder. That'll help accentuate that flavor from the whole garlic we put in. There we go. All right, stir this all together. Oh yeah, that is saucy. Grab you a spoon, give it a taste. This is going to be your sauce. Oh yeah, I use this sauce for everything. Spaghetti, lasagna, ravioli bake, you name it. Anything kind of a pasta dish. All right, I'm just going to simmer this for just a few minutes to get all those flavors locked in. And we're going to start making a lasagna. In the meantime, I'm going to mix up 2 cheeses that we're going to put in between the layers. In a bowl, I'm going to combine 16 ounces of cottage cheese. Now that's what I grew up with, and that's what I like in my lasagna. And then to that, we're going to add 16 ounces of shredded mozzarella cheese. And then I'm going to go get my seasonings. We need Italian seasoning. Just going to sprinkle on top, shake it on. This lasagna recipe is an old family recipe. I kind of made it semi-homemade by using the jarred sauce versus simmering tomato sauce all day long with spices and stuff. So yeah, we're going to add just a little bit of garlic. I'm going to try to mimic the flavors here. Black pepper. And that's it. I'm not going to put any salt in it. We're just going to mix this together until it's combined. And then we're going to be ready to put together a lasagna. I'm using the already cooked noodles. If you want to use just regular noodles, you can go ahead and cook those up while doing this process here. And then you want to par cook them. You don't want to all the way cook them. And then drain them really good, run some cool water under them to stop the cooking process, lay them out, and then they'll be ready to go. We got that mixed up, look at that. Got my lasagna pan, got the sauce, I'd already turned it off, let it kind of thicken up just a little bit. Okay, I've got my ladle. We're gonna put 2 ladlefuls of that meat sauce in the bottom of a 9x13 baking dish. This will really keep the pasta from sticking on the bottom. So I'm going to take it, shake it around the sides too, because I really don't want to spray my dish here. Take your cooked noodles, whichever ones you're using. We're going to place them on the bottom. We're going to place some more meat mixture on top of the noodles. We're going to take the cheese mixture, we're just going to dollop it around. Now we're only going to do 1/3, so take a look at your bowl and then kind of cut into 3s there. Fleck it. Make sure it gets all the way around. Another layer of noodles. More sauce. I like to put 1 ladle across each of the lasagna noodles. I think what I'm going to do is add the rest of the cheese. I said 1/3, but I think I'm going to keep this a simple 3-layer lasagna. In place of the cottage cheese, you can do ricotta cheese. So let us know down below, cottage cheese or ricotta cheese. And either way is fine. See, this second layer is going to be really full of some cheese here. All right, we're going to spread it out a little bit. Like there could have been another one right there, huh? There we go. I'm going to put the rest of the sauce on top layer. Oh, doesn't that look good? We're going to put mozzarella cheese all on top. Nice layer. Want that ooey gooey layer there. We are going to cover this with some foil. Now, if you don't have the non-stick foil that you can lay on top of your pan here, you can use some non-stick spray and spray it on the foil and then put that side on top of the cheese. That'll keep your cheese from sticking to your foil. So just lightly spray it, turn it over, and cover it up. Now we're going to bake this in our oven. I've got it preheated at 375 degrees. It's going to bake for 45 minutes. Then what we're going to do is take the foil off. We're going to put it back in the oven for another 10 or so minutes until that cheese is nice and melted and golden brown across the top. I'll be back. Here it is, you guys. Doesn't that look delicious? I've let it sit on the countertop for about 15 minutes or so just to kind of pull itself together so we can get some really good slices on this lasagna. Let's cut in. Now I did put a pop of some parsley on top of the lasagna here. Give it a little pop of color. There's my bite. Fantastic. All right, you guys, let me know. Y'all ready to make lasagna? Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification. That way, you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. I'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye.